Hello everyone. Today we are going to continue learning and practice our activities, especially the weekend. In this video, we are going to take you to practice about weekend activities last weekend. The Today conversation takes place at a local coffee shop, The Daily Grind, a popular hangout for students after school. It's Tuesday afternoon, and Sarah and Alex are catching up, sipping on their iced lattes. They're discussing their past weekend because they are recounting events that have already happened. Therefore, the past tense is predominantly used to describe completed actions and experiences.
Sarah, hey Alex, long time no see. How was your weekend? Mine was absolutely wild in the best possible way. Alex, taking a sip of his latte, a wide grin spreading across his face. Hey Sarah, tell me about it. Mine was pretty epic too, but in a more chilled, family-oriented kind of way. I actually spent most of Saturday helping my dad build that new shed in our backyard. It was surprisingly fulfilling, even though I got sawdust everywhere. We started early, had a good laugh trying to figure out the instructions. They were practically in another language. And by late afternoon, we had the basic frame up. My mom even brought us out some homemade lemonade, which was a lifesaver in the heat. Sarah, wow, a shed building adventure. That sounds really productive and sweet that you were helping your dad. My weekend was a complete contrast. On Saturday, my best friend Chloe and I finally went to that new escape room downtown, the Time Warp. We'd been planning it for weeks. It was so much harder than we expected, but incredibly fun. We were literally running around, shouting clues at each other, and we only just escaped with 2 minutes to spare. My heart was pounding the entire time, but the feeling of victory at the end was just amazing. Afterwards, we grabbed some pizza and just dissected every single puzzle, laughing about our silly mistakes. Alex, eyes wide. An escape room! That sounds thrilling! I've always wanted to try one. Was it super scary or more brainy? I'm more into the brainy kind, not so much the jump scares. Sarah, definitely more brainy, although there were a few moments that made us jump a little. But mostly it was about problem solving and teamwork. Then on Sunday, my aunt and uncle from out of town unexpectedly visited, so my entire family went out for a big dim sum brunch. It was a chaotic but wonderful feast. My little cousins were running around. My uncle was telling all his old jokes, you know, the ones we've heard a million times but still make us chuckle, and my grandma kept piling food onto everyone's plates. It felt so good to just be together. No agenda, just enjoying each other's company. I always appreciate those spontaneous family gatherings. Alex! Oh, dim sum brunch. I love that. My Sunday was much quieter. After the shed on Saturday, I was pretty tired, so I spent most of Sunday just chilling at home. I finally finished that fantasy novel I was reading, The Whispering Woods, and it was incredible. I literally couldn't put it down. The ending was a real tear-jerker, but in a good way, you know? Later, my mom and I baked a huge batch of chocolate chip cookies. The whole house smelled amazing. We even made a double batch so I could bring some for you. He gestures to a small bag next to his backpack. Sarah, her eyes light up. Alex, you're the best. Cookies, my favorite. You know, it's funny how different our weekends were, but both sounded equally rewarding. Yours was all about hands-on creation and cozy family time, and mine was about thrilling adventures and lively family chaos, but both involved connecting with people we care about. Alex, exactly. I think that's the main thing. Even if it's just something simple, spending time with family and friends just makes everything better, doesn't it? Key verb tense is used in the conversation with tips. The predominant verb tense used in this conversation is the simple past tense because Sarah and Alex are describing events that have already happened. Simple past tense, used for completed actions in the past. Examples from conversation. Mine was absolutely wild. I spent most of Saturday. We started early. My mom even brought us. We grabbed some pizza. My aunt and uncle unexpectedly visited. I finished that fantasy novel. We even made a double batch. Tips. For regular verbs, add ed. For example, walked, played, jumped. For irregular verbs, the form changes. For example, go, went, see, saw, have, had. You often just need to memorize these. Used with time expressions like last weekend, yesterday, 2 days ago, on Saturday, Sunday. Past continuous tense. Used to describe an ongoing action in the past, often interrupted by another action, or to set the scene. Examples from conversation. I was reading. My little cousins were running around. My uncle was telling all his old jokes. Tips. Formed with was, were, plus the present participle ing form of the verb. Present perfect tense. Used to describe actions that started in the past and continue to the present, or actions that happened at an unspecified time in the past and have a connection to the present. Example from conversation. We've heard a million times. Implies they heard them in the past and continue to hear them. Tips. Formed with has, have, plus the past participle of the verb. Often used with already, yet, ever, never, for, since. Present tense. Simple present. Used for habits, facts, and general truths. While less frequent in a last weekend conversation, it still appears for general statements. Examples from conversation. I love that. I always appreciate those spontaneous family gatherings. It makes everything better. Tips. Use the base form of the verb for I, you, we, they, and add s or s for he, she, it. Practice tip. To improve your use of past tenses, try recounting your own day or a past event to a friend or to yourself in a journal. Pay attention to which tense feels most natural for each part of your story. Number 0. Number 5. Pause. Why weekend activities are important, especially for family and friends. Weekend activities, whether they're adventurous like an escape room, productive like building a shed, or simple like baking cookies or enjoying a meal, are incredibly important for several reasons. Recharging and relaxation. Weekends provide a much-needed break from the demands of school or work, allowing us to rest, de-stress, and recharge our batteries. Strengthening bonds. Spending quality time with family and friends strengthens relationships. Shared experiences, laughter, and support create lasting memories and deepen connections. Creating memories. From building a shed with a parent to solving puzzles with a best friend, these activities become cherished memories that we look back on fondly. Personal growth and learning. Trying new things, whether it's a challenging escape room or a new recipe, can push us out of our comfort zones and help us learn new skills or discover new interests. Well-being and happiness. Engaging in activities we enjoy and spending time with loved ones contribute significantly to our overall happiness and mental well-being. It provides a sense of belonging and fulfillment. Hey everyone! We hope you enjoyed listening to Sarah and Alex's weekend adventures. It really shows how much fun and meaning we can find in our downtime, doesn't it? Whether it's a big adventure or a quiet moment, remember to make the most of your weekends. Connect with your loved ones, try something new, or simply relax and recharge. These are the moments that truly enrich our lives. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what your favorite weekend activity is. We can't wait to see you in the next video for more English conversation practice and useful tips. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep enjoying your journey to fluency.